Hi, this is Mark from KillAllBedbugs.com, and an absolute ton of our readers have been asking us lately to put together a video on how to get rid of bed bugs. So this is that video. We're going to run through a few different methods, just the highlights on each method. And one thing to remember is that any one of these methods alone probably won't solve a major infestation, so you really got to use a number of different methods together with each other in combination. The first thing you want to think about doing is vacuuming. And a few important things to remember: you really want to vacuum crevices thoroughly, since that's where bed bugs tend to live and congregate. You want to use a scraper anywhere you think or see that there might be bed bug eggs to dislodge those eggs. And when you're done, you really want to make sure to put everything into a sealed plastic bag and take it out as soon as possible so that you don't let the bed bugs back into your house or apartment. The second thing to do is to wash and dry everything that you can. That includes clothes, bed sheets, etc. Make sure when you do this that your washer and dryer are both on the hottest settings, since if it's just warm, that's not going to kill any of the bed bugs. And you can put dry clean only clothes in the dryer. Obviously don't wash them, but if you put those in the dryer, make sure that's also on the hottest setting. And if you do take them to the dry cleaners, make sure you warn the dry cleaners so that they don't get put with everybody else's clothes that don't have bed bugs. Dry steamers are probably the single most effective way of getting rid of bed bugs by heating up the bed bugs and the bed bug eggs and killing them. If you're going to buy a dry steamer, which we do recommend, you need to make sure that the manufacturer says that the tip reaches 200 degrees Fahrenheit, because else it just won't kill the bed bugs. This is a method that most exterminators use, often in combination with other methods, and mostly because it really is the most effective way at killing bed bugs. Mattress covers. Now, a lot of people think that these are only for prevention, but they really do work well. They prevent bed bugs from getting out and feeding on you so that they'll starve to death. They also prevent any stray bed bugs that you may not have gotten through other methods from getting into your mattress and living there. If you're going to get a mattress cover, make sure you get one that covers your mattress and box springs, since bed bugs can really live in either just as well. Rubbing alcohol is a particularly cheap and effective solution that we really like. Rubbing alcohol, like a couple other methods, kills bed bugs on contact. So the easiest way to do this is to buy the 91% rubbing alcohol. It's also called 91% isopropyl alcohol, and put it into a spray bottle. Anywhere you think you might have bed bugs or anywhere you see bed bugs, just spray some of the rubbing alcohol and it will kill any of those bed bugs on contact. Diatomaceous earth works in the same way. It also kills bed bugs on contact. If you're going to use diatomaceous earth, make sure that you buy a food grade quality diatomaceous earth, and when you're sprinkling it around your apartment, you want to wear goggles and a respirator, because it's not particularly safe to breathe in. And when you do put it around your apartment or home, really apply it to the thin layers and cracks, since that's where the bed bugs tend to live. Sunlight and freezing. Now, these are controversial. We don't actually think that they work very well. If you can put your clothes out in 120, 130 degree weather, then that will kill bed bugs, since bed bugs can't survive at that temperature, but it's hard for most people to get their clothes out in that temperature. And freezing really has never been proven to work, but you'll see it referenced a lot of places on the internet, so we wanted to bring it up briefly. This slide's titled Throw It Away, and it just reminds you, if something's really infested, then maybe you just want to get rid of it if you can afford to buy another one, or if it's old or whatever. Two things to think about. You want to seal anything you throw away in plastic bags so that bed bugs don't infest other things that they're next to. And you also want to put a warning sign on large items, things that people might take, because otherwise people are going to take those and infest their own apartments, which very well might be right next to yours, and get yours infested again. Pesticides are very popular. They're advertised, and a lot of people ask us about them. There are really two different kinds of pesticides. The first is natural, which doesn't include chemicals and really any pesticides. These we think aren't nearly as effective, although some are more effective than others. And the second kind are your typical traditional pesticides, which work a lot better, although it has been shown recently that a lot of bed bugs are starting to develop resistance to a lot of the more popular pesticides. Finally, the absolute best way to get rid of bed bugs is really to hire an exterminator, although you really got to find a good exterminator too, because a lot of people have bad experiences. A few things you really want to think about when you're interviewing or talking to exterminators. You want to ask them, do they provide some sort of guarantee so that if you find you still have bed bugs 2 months down the road, they'll come back and do another treatment. How many treatments are you paying for? Most exterminators will tell you if they're good that they have to come back 2 or 3 times to ensure the bed bugs are gone. And what methods are they going to use? As we went through this slideshow, we mentioned that the best methods are really a combination of things like a dry steamer and pesticides, and you want to make sure that your exterminator is using a few of those methods. So that's it. That's all there is really to know at the moment about how to kill bed bugs, although there's a lot more information on our site about each of these methods. So if you have any other questions or any other comments, please visit killallbedbugs.com and let us know what you think.